Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello dear friends, welcome back to Spiritism and the Media here on Kardec Radio. Today I would like to bring a text from the book Happy Life by Divaldo Franco and by the Spirit Joana de Angelis. Usually I bring this book at the end of the show for us to have an uplifting message, uplifting text for us to read and to think about that. But today I would like to bring this text as the main text of the show, so we can really read and analyze and bring that to our daily lives with more depth. So it's a very short text, it's number 48, and here Joana de Angelis says, I'll read the whole text first and then we can study part by part of it. So listen carefully and attentively. Don't rush to interrupt as if you already understood. Some people struggle to express themselves, so they are hard to comprehend. After listening, discuss the matter to make sure how you have grasped it if circumstances allow. Good listeners have better comprehension. Listening is an art that is seldom practiced. So here, Joana de Angelis is talking about listening. And today we can bring that message to many different spheres of our lives. But as we are talking here about media, so let's bring it when we are listening, for example, for a radio show, when we're watching and listening to TV, to a movie, to the news, or to maybe a YouTube channel. So there are many ways that we listen to the information around us in our lives today, especially and now during the pandemic, and since March this year we've been listening and watching so many lectures and meetings online on many different apps. So we can also bring that when we have those meetings online. So how we listen. So let's see again. Listen carefully and attentively. So listen with care, like paying attention in all the words that a person is bringing to us, and really being present, because many times it's very easy for us to stay for half an hour, for 1 hour listening to someone, but thinking about other things. It's very easy to go that. It happens to me many times. I can be listening to someone, and then when I see, I'm thinking about the other thing, and I need to come back and to really, okay, what is that person saying, because I don't remember anymore. So let's take care, be attentive, and really pay attention and give our time to the other, because if someone is telling something to us, or if someone is watching something online, and or sending some video online, that person took their time to bring that, took their time to bring that information to us. So let's also take care to receive the message with the care that the person needs and deserves. And don't rush to interrupt if you already understood. Like talking about meetings online, or it's very common, not only online, in person too, but it's very common the person starts to say something, we interrupt and we change the subject, or we want to add something without the person finishing their thought. And the same can happen even if we are not like interacting with the person, but let's suppose if you are watching some video on YouTube or Facebook, it's very easy for us to like watch 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and already change to another video, stop that video, let's go to another one because I think I already understood everything that I needed to understood. No, let's give the person time to go through all their thought, because sometimes it takes time for us to completely say what we want to say, to completely go to the point that we want to go. So let's give time to the others as well. And she says, some people struggle to express themselves, so they are hard to comprehend. Each one of us express ourselves in a different way. And for some people it's easier, for some people it's more difficult, as all of us, we have difficulties in many different fields of life. So many times when some field is very easy for us to understand and to act, we cannot understand how people have so much difficulty in doing that same task. But we can also do that exercise, that putting ourselves on the other shoes. So let's say, okay, if for me it's easy to talk, for example, but let's think about a task that is very difficult to me and see myself doing that task. And so if that task is difficult for me, and maybe talking is difficult to the person who is talking to me, so let's give time to that person, understand that person, and comprehend that difficulty that the person may be having. And she says, after listening, discuss the matter to make sure you have grasped it, if circumstances allow. Because many times we listen to the person, okay, we listen to the end, and we think we understood, but actually we didn't. And so let's take time, if we can, talk to that person, or if you are watching a video, watch the video again, like read some comments to see if what the others are saying. If you have some doubt, you can write something on the comment, so the person who is the author of the video can go there and reply to the comment, giving more information. But let's also always try to understand and try to see if we really understood what the other is trying to tell us. And good listeners have better comprehension, so let's be good listeners. We must be a good listener, and in order for us to do that, we need to give time to the others. We need to be patient to the others the same way that as we want the others to be patient to us when we are trying to explain something to that person. So let's do unto others what we'd like them to do unto ourselves. And the last one here, listening is an art that is seldom practiced. So many times it's so easy for us to think, it's very easy to listen. No, it's not. Because listening is not only to listen what the person is saying, but it's to listen, to pay attention, to understand, to really be there, be present, and to give our time to the other. That I think it's the most important thing, to give our time and to exchange that information with someone else. And so it's very important for us to really know how to listen. It may be simple, but it's not that simple. So let's try to understand that, and let's try to put that into practice in our daily lives. And usually I bring a text from the book Happy Life for us to finalize the show here, but as I already brought this text as the main text of the show, I brought another book here for us to read as the final message. Is also by Joana de Angelis, channel by Divaldo Franco. It's Living and Loving. So I'm going to open randomly so we can have another uplifting text here on the show. So, number 1, the presence of love. Love, the soul of life, is the divine breath spread out everywhere as a testimony of God's fatherhood. Wherever love is allowed to express itself, it magnetizes whoever enters it into its orbit, works, changes in personal behavior, and reveals a new reality that leads the individual into a qualitative leap. Love inspires the wish to progress and pushes us forward, helping us to liberate ourselves from atavistic behavior. When we fail to identify with love, we delay our encounter with peace and hinder our spiritual enhancement. Without love, our feelings deaden, our ascent is hampered. Whatever the circumstances, love is always the great turning point in life. With love, Jesus changed the world and started a new era in which the immortal spirit would better express the paramount achievements of human ideals. If you are under bitter trials, suffering from misunderstanding, or having difficulties in implementing your noble ideals, do not be discouraged. Express yourself in love instead. The darkness, stormy night will not prevent the stars from shining above the clouds. If the harsh judgment of others is trying to dishearten you and curb your ideals of service, love even so. The apparently harmful hawthorn tree shall blossom one day. If a lurky disease threatens to drain your energies and keep you in bed for some time, renew yourself in prayer and love still. What is now a desert was once a green field, and is properly tended may again be turned into a blossoming garden. Love is a blessing that you should cherish. It will help you along your spiritual evolution. No matter how hard the circumstances you live in, never get tired of loving. Jesus' teachings, now being revived by the spiritualist thinking, are like an action hymn of love pointing out of the road towards a new future illuminated by the lives of reason, aligned with faith and in sacred communion with boundless love. Thank you so much for your company. May God be with all of us, and see you next week.